Oh, hey there, people. It's friggin' Thursday morning. We gotta go. We got things. Gotta go scoop up that freaking shite. Probably thinking to yourself, what shite are you talking about? Talking about, where the fuck did I put my wallet? Talking about the parts for the car. Also gotta make a quick trip over to the drugstore. I might even have to go to work and pick up my wallet, because I think I forgot it at work, son of a bitch. But, gonna go scoop up a bunch of shit, and then we're gonna head back here and see what time it is, see what the weather's like, and go from there. Oh, thank God, found my wallet. So, without further ado, welcome to my vlog. Alrighty, well, we're gonna head over to the parts store, pick up the suspension for the G6, and then we're gonna head over to the dollar store, pick up some other shit, and then we're going to head over to the drugstore, pick up prescriptions, and get the friggin' twine for the whippersnipper and all that, and go from there. So I'm gonna try something different today. I don't know how it's gonna work, but we're gonna give it a go anyway. We're tethered to the dash here, and it's running a little picture-in-picture. Don't know if it's gonna work. If it does work, we'll use it. If it doesn't work, we'll dump it. So if you don't see this next part of the video, picture-in-picture, it's because it sucked and I didn't want to include it. Let's go. So yeah, I'm not sure how well this is gonna work, if it's gonna work at all, or if it's just gonna pick up all the harmonic vibrations from the car. I know the video's probably pretty shaky, but yeah, what do you expect, eh? Trying something a little different. I saw this feature on the phone and figured, hey, why not? It might be kind of funny. It might look kind of interesting. I also don't know if I have stabilization mode turned on the phone, but whatevs. Not a big deal. If it doesn't work, I won't use it. But yeah, we're gonna head over to the parts store, pick up the shite, and then, like I said, go to the mall, pick up some shite, and then go to the drugstore, pick up some shite, and then go home and cook some shite, and then quite possibly eat some shite, and then go to work and get some shite done. So it's all about the shite. Frig, I got less sleep last night, or more sleep last night, and I feel more tired. That's dicked. I got a nice solid 6 hours last night, and still want to sleep more. There's a real nice Trans Am, well, not really nice, but it's an older Trans Am coming up here on my left. You can see it now. It's like a 1979 or something. It's got some stupid pinstriping on it, and I don't know why people do that to their cars. Whoa, stay there, bud. Fuck's sakes. What, I don't have daylight running lights so you can't see a white car on the fucking highway? By highway, I mean road? Son of a bitch. This car predates daylight running lights. I was thinking about installing the mod that gives you DLRs and tying them into my fog lamps, because they're always there, so why not? The problem is I can't turn on my fog lamps unless my headlights are on or my corner indicators are on. It's the only way my fog lights will ever turn on. Oh boy. Going to the parts store to spend $372. Son of a bitch. Well, it's a lot cheaper than it was supposed to be. Remember GM I told you guys? I brought the car in the GM to get an idea on what it would cost. And they were just going to replace the strut mounts and the strut. And it was going to be like $1,600. It's not including plugs and wires. So obviously this camera doesn't have as wide of an angle view as my regular driving camera. But, you know, whatevs. Friggin' hate these lights. They take forever, and if people don't react fast, they don't change fast enough, and you know. People give her and stay in tight formation, the light can last a long time. But it's when you got people in these dump trucks and transports. Nope, fuck it, I'm doing it. Also, I got this like harmonic sound in my friggin' exhaust. When I get to a certain RPM, the exhaust will rumble. Go like, huh, you know. Must be a dampener or something that's not aligned, or a mount that's broken or something in the exhaust system. Who the frig knows? Evasive maneuvers. Launch X-Wing fighters. Is there no parking here? Too bad. Parking anyway. Alright, I'm gonna run inside, get my parts, and I'll be back in a second. $372 later, I got struts from my car. Alright, let's go over to the mall. Okay, we got some twine for the friggin' whippersnipper. No clue how good it's gonna be, but we'll find out. Dollar store had it for $1. Figured frig it. Now I gotta go over to the drugstore, pick up my shit. So let's go do that now. Ah, the famous service engine soon light. Don't worry, it's nothing big. It's just the EGR valve is sticking every once in a while. I need to buy a new one or clean the one I have. So the EGR on this system, it's two separate parts. The solenoid is separate from the valve. So I replaced the solenoid, that didn't fix it. Now I need to replace the valve or take it apart and clean it and stuff. Apparently you can do that with these solenoids off these 305 throttle body injecteds. I've never done it, but I was told it's not that hard of a job, but oh well. Anyway, I'm at the drugstore, gonna go pick up my dope, and then we'll head her home. Yibba dip. Alrighty, I got everything I need. I'm gonna go home now, make something to eat, probably craft dinner or salad or something. Let's get out of here. Alrighty, well I put the quick struts in the trunk of the G6 for now, just to have them in the car. This is what I got from the freaking dollar store. About 2 spools of this shit. Freaking twine for your whippersnipper. Some brown gravy, clamato juice, and smashed mashed potatoes. Because on the weekend I'm thinking about making smashed mashed potatoes. Maybe trying to dig out my barbecue and making a steak. And what else did I want to do? Something else I wanted to do. But that'd be my plan there. So I'm going to make some macaroni and cheese for eats because I'm freaking starved. I have no idea what time it is because I forgot to set the time on this thing. So should do that one of these decades. And yeah. So I'm going to make some freaking crap dinner, and it's going to be awesomer than frig, probably. So, let's do this. Just getting that water to a nice bubbly boil. So hungry that I'm hungry that he's eating his food and showing off. Look at him. He's showing off. He's like, I got food. Yeah, I do. Yeah. You got make yours. Mine just comes out of a bucket. Little putz. I don't know why his door keeps closing. Why does your door keep closing? What are you doing? Sniff, sniff? No? He licked something on my pants and didn't like it. That'll learn him. Alrighty people, bon appetit. Started playing this friggin' awesome game last night called Brutal Legend, and basically you play as Jack Black. You are Jack Black. It starts off, the intro is Jack Black, and he brings you into a record store. It's friggin' hilarious. I started playing that for Skaven Games. Got about 6 episodes done. Gonna be uploading those to the gaming channel in the near future. Probably gonna be going live in July. But what a fun freaking game. Like, holy shit, it's awesome. I like it a lot. Really well done. Well played even. I have a case of the groggies, and when I have a case of the groggies, I always rely on Gung Ho. Gung Ho cures the groggies.
And quite possibly kills your pancreas.
But it cures the groggies. Gung Ho, the groggy mutilator. Alrighty people, it's getting close to 3:30, so we're gonna have to frig off to work soon. Not a big deal. I'm not primed tonight. Bonus! And yeah, gonna have to party like a rock star. I didn't bother mowing the lawn today. Hoping the weather's gonna be nice on the weekend. I should check that on my phone. Quick. It says for Saturday, rain, Sunday, thunderstorm. Son of a bitch. It's gonna be a horrible weekend. Well, we might do some garage work instead. I don't know, but oh my god, all next week they're calling for thunderbangers. Oh well. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Got my last episode of Brutal Legend freaking rendering up there. And we're gonna get ready for work. I gotta change the battery on this thing because, you know, making a 51-minute vlog yesterday really kicked the shit out of my battery. So, alright, well, let's let Scruffy out for a final piss and we'll head off for work.
It's the final piss for puppy dog. Skitty-dee-dee-dee.
Something's definitely wrong with the batteries for these cameras because they're not fully charging. Like this one here only has 120 minutes and it should have 150. Call him back, he looks at me and he goes further down the yard. I'm gonna have to go over there and kick him in the face. And now he's going to attack a soccer ball. Freak sakes. Why don't you listen to me ever? You're such a bad dog. You know I got things and you freaking don't listen to me. You're mean. You need to pay more attention and do what I say. You're my doggy. I'm not your owner.
Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that.
Oh, you're freaking nuts. Alrighty, well, frig that noise. Let's go to work. Yeah, buddy. Before I go to work, I'm gonna grab the garbage can, bring it back to the guy. Are these dandelions? What the hell are these? A perfect friggin' square patch of dandelions. That's dicked. This front lawn is just rifle cocked. I'm gonna have to do something about that. Something crazy. Something insane. Like, I don't know what yet, but, oh, there's that table. Friggin', I was looking for a folding table I had when I first moved into the house. I didn't really have much furniture, so I had this like folding TV tray and I used to sit my laptop on it downstairs. Mainly because I had no lamps upstairs, so I didn't really sit upstairs often. So, yeah. I also need to do myself a huge favor and move this car over a bunch because it's like right in the middle of the driveway. So I really got to park this car up against the cement slabs and I can't open my door all the way, so I'm gonna have to move that car over and then I'll be fine. But it's probably around 3:30 now, so let's go off to work. Yeah, and before anybody says anything, thinking I wore this shirt 3 days in a row, this is my other green shirt. For some reason, my only clean laundry were these 2 green shirts. I don't understand. So tonight when I get home, I'm gonna have to put on a bunch of laundry and clean up some clothes and things and get shit did. I also want to put an order in through Spreadshirt because some shirts that I made some Skaven Game shirts and they're kind of funny. I kind of want to make another shirt for Vloggin Life or just Northern Life Entertainment in general. These guys are just here now getting the garbage. Holy shit. They must have started super late. But I love Spreadshirt. Like my coworker, they're having a party this coming weekend and it's called Chicks Weekend. And she was like, every year the host normally does something for all the people, right? And the one year was like they made a mixed CD. It's all friends there. They're all friends from high school, and they all grew up with like 80s music and stuff. So the one year they did 80s music. The year after they got personalized shot glasses. The year after this year here, she's like, I don't know what to do. And I said, well, why don't you make some t-shirts? She's like, well, I was gonna, and she was gonna go through Vistaprint. Vistaprint came up to $27 a shirt, and I was like, whoa, 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 you know? What the frig, $27 a shirt? You don't need to pay that. I said, well, what kind of a template are you using? It was just a simple graphic of a chicken, and it said Chicks Weekend 2013 on it. So for shits and giggles, I put it on my Spreadshirt to see what I could do, and I made a shirt on there, and it ended up coming up to being like a $10 shirt. And she's like, oh my god. So she went on Spreadshirt and made it herself, and then went ahead and ordered all the shirts all in different sizes for all the girls. Spreadshirt is so much cheaper unless you have your own screen printing business. Otherwise, it's a lot cheaper to go through Spreadshirt. Like the original shirts, my Vloggin Life 1.0 shirts, the non-colored ones, the two-tones, those were super cheap. Like I was getting those shirts for like $6-7 a piece, but the problem was shipping them out, right? You go to Canada Post, to ship anywhere in Canada it was $18, and to ship to the US it was $20. I was like, well, frig that noise. I'm not about to spend $20 for shipping on a $6 shirt. That's ridiculous. And even if I folded them down and ironed them down, they still cost a lot of money to ship. Whereas Spreadshirt, they take care of everything for me. All I have to do is make the template, put it up, and they ship it. And their shipping, for some goofy ass reason, is cheaper than my shipping. I can't figure it out. Because when you receive your shirts, they're just in an envelope, a paper envelope, but they pay a lot less for shipping than I do, or charge a lot less for shipping. So I guess businesses get a better deal on that kind of shit than the individual, the home maker. So I don't know. That's why I switched to Spreadshirt. Spreadshirt, I can have color on it. So like, you know, I can put my face and have the proper graphic on it no matter what color t-shirt you get. Even if you get a sweatshirt or whatever, you can have my face on it and go with it. And it's freaking awesome. We'll take the scenic route today, frig it. These cars are never gonna all get through anyway. Guarantee you that van dawdles. So I've been getting asked questions. As I mentioned on a couple vlogs ago, transport's noise up. I mentioned on a couple vlogs ago that I was thinking about getting a dirty old pickup truck, moving this thing to silver wheel, and getting a pickup truck, and then having the car and the pickup truck on one insurance, and then have my Trans Am on silver wheel, and it would cost me like nothing to insure this. Well, that's true. Silver wheel charges you a whopping, like for this car here, 'cause last time I had it appraised, it was $7,500. Silver wheel would let me have it for like friggin' $180 a year, and that means anything happens to this car, they would give me a check for $7,500 after it cleared the insurance and all that and got adjusted. So that's the reason why I kind of sort of want to do that, because right now with the insurance I have on it, if anything were to happen to this car, all they're giving me is like $900. Thanks for coming out, GG, here's 900 bucks, have a nice day. That's all they value this car at right now. Whereas silver wheel, they have you get a proper appraisal, and then you get your insurance based on your appraisal. And the appraisal is done to see, like, you know, how good of a condition the car is. And like right now the body's in kind of rough condition. I should get a new paint job for it, but right now I need to target my efforts on the G6. I might save up over Christmas and that, and next year talk to a body shop and get her resprayed. The body's holding out right now, so that's fine. And that EcoPed should not be on the freaking sidewalk. But yeah, a lot of people are asking what the hell silver wheel is. Silver wheel is classic car insurance, and they have a lot of critical stipulations. Number one, your car has to be at least 15 years old. Number two, you are the sole driver of said vehicle. Number three, the car cannot be modified for race, which means if I do silver wheel, I will not be putting those friggin' things in the differential in and all that. Like if the engine blows and I put a friggin' GM Crate engine 350 into it, you know what, it's hard to tell the difference between a 305 and a 350 just by looking at it. I popped the hood and a lot of people ask me, is that a 350? They don't know. So can't be modified for race. Number four, you have to have, I'm not sure if I mentioned this already, I forgot what I mentioned, but you have to have a daily driver registered under another insurance company, which that's where the G6 and whatever truck I get would fall under. They'd both be registered under another insurance company, under my current insurance company. And yeah, that basically solves it. And basically you got a toy. Like for me, this thing's paid for. I've owned this forever. I bought it flat out back in 2002, in December 2002. So it's paid for, and it'd be insured $180 a year, and it'd be a toy. Literally, that's what it is. Just a toy. But that means I can't bring it to the drag strip and race it. Literally, it becomes a cruiser that I bomb around the city. But with the price of our drag strip, I don't think I'm ever gonna go to the drag strip and race it, because son of a bitch, that's expensive. Are you serious? Like, friggin' $20 to spectate and $50 to freaking race? Like, come on, pull up, bud. 50 bucks, that's a case of James and a carton of smokes. Mind you, drag racing sounds like a funner weekend, but to each their own. So that's basically what silver wheel is now. When I was first, like when I had this car on it before, I took the car off silver wheel because that was when the girlfriend didn't have a car, and originally I was going to let her drive the G6 in the summer, and I was going to drive this. And so I put this back on regular insurance, and that's what I was going to do, is rock this thing and let her drive the G6, but then she ended up getting that Pontiac, so I should have just left it on friggin' on silver wheel. But I didn't, but no big deal. I can always put it back on there, and you can write them a check, pay by credit card. Because I have that TD Visa credit card thing, I can easily go and use that to basically make my my payment for the insurance. And you pay it once a year, that's it. Here's 180 bucks or whatever it is, depending on the appraisal. It might be more now since Pontiac's gone and these cars are rare as toast. Well, they're rare as toast in stock condition. A lot of people buy these cars and they put in like 455 cubic inch Super Duty engines and dick over the exhaust systems and suspension and take it as far away from stock as possible, you know, butcher the hood and put a snorkel on it and just make the car right ridiculous, right? But mine being stock, that actually will get a higher appraisal than one that's been modded to the balls for race. Because let's face it, a lot of people who buy these cars race them, break them, and then they're no good. They just wrap them around trees and shit. Not too many people are like me where they buy them and just drive them for what they are. I don't care that it's not fast. It's not supposed to, like, it's a freaking car, you know? Like, it gets me from point A to point B. It has pretty good style for its age. It's holding together and it runs great. So, to me, that's good enough. That makes me happy. And it's been reliable as all hell, so freaking love this car. Best $3 grand I ever spent. That's all I paid for this thing was $3,000. She wanted $6,500, let me have it for $3, so that's pretty damn awesome. I do say so myself. Holy shit, it's Thursday and there's like nobody in the parking lot. Sweet balls. Well, I'm gonna try and stuff this thing in here. I don't like parking underneath trees because birds shit all over my car, but this thing's in desperate need of a bath. Alright, stop her here. Do up the windows, shut down the engine, and call her quits. Talk to you guys later. Peace the frig out. Alrighty people, it's freaking 8 o'clock break time. Didn't bother vlogging at 5 because, I don't know. I just don't know. Didn't bother. Frig it. It's just been one of those days today. It's not too busy, but, you know, it's the way she goes. And, yeah, I have no idea what to talk about right now. Frig sakes. Oh, yeah. On yesterday's vlog, I was talking about how I need to buy a new catalytic converter because my catalytic's all plugged to shit. And a lot of you said just freaking take the catalytic out and throw in a test pipe or a straight pipe or whatever the hell you want to call it. Well, the problem with that is, even though up north here we don't have the emissions testing, we do still have visual emissions testing, which means if the MTO is out on the streets and they're doing random pullovers, and trust me, that car is always a victim, always pulled over because of what it is. The first thing they do is they crawl underneath and check for a catalytic. The next thing they do is pop the hood and check to make sure all the underhood stuff is in place. Anything's missing? Citation. Even though they don't do testing, like use the wand and the pipe and friggin' check out your exhaust, see what your NOx level is, they still do visuals, so I can't remove it, so I gotta replace it. But luckily, if I replace it, I can bring the old one into the scrapyard and get catalytic converter money out of it, so that's alright. Even though I'm sure these high performance catalytics or high flow catalytics don't give off the same money as a regular catalytic. So I'm pretty sure it's high flow for a reason, even though I never actually looked at the breakdown of catalytic. To my understanding, it's a honeycomb setup of platinum, and it heats up big times and it burns the gases even more and then pumps air into the catalytic, because I have the air pump on mine, and it pumps air in there and it's basically makes it super hot so it burns off, but there's probably enough carbon built up in there from raw fuel that plugged up all the mesh, or a lot of the mesh anyway. Obviously exhaust is getting out, right? Otherwise the engine wouldn't start. And I mentioned yesterday that the fuel gauge is not reliable. It's more or less the bobber in the tank. It depends on the angle the car sits on. It reports invalid fuel. And while you're accelerating, obviously the fuel is going to shift to the back and it probably pushes the bobber up. And then when you come to a stop, then everything kind of settles and then the bobber goes back down to normal. And then it tells you what the level is. But, you know, if you're cruising down the highway, the bobber's reporting the wrong numbers. Then you get to your location, all of a sudden you're down a quarter of a tank and you're like, what the frig, you know? But you're always down a quarter of a tank. It's just the way the gas is sitting. It's old school technology, frig it, you know. As long as the moment the gas meter hits a quarter of a tank, that's when I usually fill up. And it's probably a good practice anyway, because a lot of people say the dirt in the bottom of the tank gets sucked up by the fuel pump and stuff like that. But normally they have a mesh inside the tank where the fuel line meets up that keeps that shit from getting in there, but there's always fine particles that get by, right? There's always fine particles. You can't block out everything unless you seal it off, right? So at least the next parts for my car are going to be pretty cheap, kind of, sort of, maybe about 200 bucks maybe. Just got to buy the rotors and pads for the car, front and rear, and I want to buy spark plugs and wires. Now a lot of people say get the Iridium 3-tipped friggin' plugs and the you know, super awesome mega high spark wires and stuff, but the engine's stock, so I don't think I need to go that balls to the walls crazy, but I don't know. I might call friggin' Hoppers and see what it would cost for them to do the plugs, in case my buddy Chuck doesn't want to do it, because it is a lot of work. I looked it up online and it's nuts to do the plugs in that car. It's a lot of crazy shit you got to do, and you know, if we had access to a hoist it'd be a different story, but not having access to a hoist makes it kind of a pain in the neck, because you really gotta freaking jack up the front end of the car and drop the engine to get to the back, and oh, it's just a pain in the cock. So what I might say is have him do the struts and the brakes. I could probably do the brakes myself, but I really don't want to run into the problem that Rex 4x4 ran into and be stuck and not know what to do. So Basically, when he did the struts on his Neon, they nicked a flex line and damaged it. And well, he's mechanically inclined, so he knew how to repair it. Go out and get a new flex line, and you're done. But I don't know how to do that. So, and I don't have freaking tools like what do they call those? I can't remember the name of the tool now. Flanging kit, that's what it is. In case you need flanging kit, running off of brake lines and shit like that. And I don't have any of that crap, so I'm just gonna have my buddy do that and do the struts. And if he doesn't feel like touching the spark plugs, well, I'll contact GM and see if they want to do it and what they charge for that. And while I'm at it, that's all I'll have them do, because they charge out the ass for that kind of shit. So, or even right over here, there's a muffler shop. Can you see them from here? Probably not. No, you can't. There's Speedy transmit, or not Speedy, but Speedy Muffler, and they do spark plugs and tune-ups and shit like that for pretty cheap, mind you. And they see the G6 roll in, that pretty cheap's probably going to become pretty expensive. But I might have them do it. But at least I got the parts now, so most of them. But yeah, that's the battle plan there. And like I said, once that car's up and running, talk to the parents, see if they can take Scruffy Fluffy Puppy Wuppy for a weekend. I'm going to book a couple days off and frig off down south and go hang out with Bloke. It's going to be awesome. To be honest, I'd like to go down there at least 3 times this year. Once in July, once in August, and I have my big week off in September. I'd like to go down then too, because that'd be friggin' awesome. Go down there and hang out with him a bunch of times. Make a bunch of movies and have fun and just do crazy shit. Yeah, I think it'd be pretty awesome, but I guess we'll see what we get into, eh? And I'm pretty sure that dirty pig would make the run down there no problem. Call it a dirty pig because it desperately needs a bath, freak's sakes. So a lot of you want me to play Mafia 2 on the gaming channel. Just letting you know, they had a super deal on it. It's still on Steam, probably not anymore, but it was still on Steam for 20 or like 75% off. Check it out, because I went ahead and scooped that up, the deluxe digital copy. So not sure what it comes with, but I got it, and I'm thinking about buying all the add-ons for it, and I'm probably going to play that on Skaven Games. But right now I want to finish Brutal Legends and Borderlands 2. Well, Borderlands 2 is probably going to be huge, but I'm going to finish the storyline mode of it first, and then I'm going to call her quits there. That's what I did with all the other games. Like, what the hell was that one that I beat? The Chinese cop one. I can't remember the name of it, for freak's sakes. But I just did the storyline mode on that. There's still a lot more to do in that game, but I left it at that. Grand Theft Auto 4, still a lot more to do in that game, but I beat the storyline, so, well, I didn't. That's right, I rage quit. Never mind. But even the biker one there, Lost and Damned, that one there's still a lot to do in that one, and I didn't even bother I'm not even bothering finishing those. I didn't do Ballad of Gay Tony because I figured I did enough Grand Theft Auto shit. Might as well just leave it at that and go from there. So I was thinking about doing Ballad, but then I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna bother. Kind of an older game, so I want to play other games, and this Brutal Legends friggin' hilarious. Like Jack Black's commentary, he's voice acting the whole damn thing, and it's amazing. It's all about heavy metal, friggin' awesome. And Kerbal Space Program, well, that's not a game where that's ever gonna end, because it's just a sandbox game where you build rocket ships, set them to the moon, and blow them up and land on other planets. Still haven't been able to land, even with the, if you hit Alt F12 when you're playing the game, you can bring up a cheat menu and give yourself infinite fuel and all this other crap. And yeah, even with that turned on, I can't land on the moon. I freaking crashed, because I left the crashing thing on to make it, you know, a little bit more awesome. But I still can't land on the moon. Oh well. I guess it's the way she goes. I'm sure someday I'll figure it out, but not anytime soon. One of these days I'm gonna need to get a haircut, eh? Holy shit. So my coworker said today when I get to work, she's like, oh my god, I never noticed before. I'm like, what, the big greasy beard? And she goes, no, all the gray in your hair. I'm like, great, thanks, appreciate it, freak's sakes. Oh, local train enthusiast, everybody. Local train enthusiast, or he's rocking a piss. Totally rocking a piss. Totally filmed the dude with a 119. Son of a bitch. Yeah, I'm leaving that in. I don't give a fuck. Oh, shit. So, I made a video a while back, and I never uploaded it, because I wasn't sure if I should, and I'm thinking I might do it now. But I did the strut replacements on my Truggy. Got the new friggin' oil-filled, fully adjustable coilover jobbies on the Truggy after I broke that one strut in the front, or in the back, sorry. And I put them on the new struts and adjusted them and everything. And I was going to make I was going to upload it to YouTube, but then I was like, who the hell would want to watch that? But I was thinking about it afterwards, and there's probably a lot of people like me out there who got into the trade of friggin' RC truggying and aren't sure exactly how to do it and stuff like that. So I was thinking about putting that up. I just wasn't sure. It's an older video. That was back in like freaking think it was back in March when I put the parts in. The only parts I didn't put in were the aluminum braces, because honestly I have no idea where the frig they go. I'm gonna get Cat Piss to help me out with that one, because he did that mod to his Truggy before he sold it. And as far as the struts go, I was thinking about putting that video up to see if anybody would actually care. And I want to get back into the RCing bit and doing some RC videos. I was going to put those on this channel as well. I was thinking about that whole making another channel bit. You know, why bother? I'm just going to friggin' fill up this channel. Who cares? Just stow videos on here and go with it. I honestly think that's my best bet, to be honest. Less to manage and less to worry about. One channel for IRL stuff, one channel for video game stuff. Could work out.
I'm like a bird, I want to fly away, flapping my little freaking wings, pooping on cars gone by the tree.
Anyway, people, I got a rock of shit, so I'm gonna head her back inside. My lunch is almost over, so I'll talk to you later. Peace the frig out. Tons of pre-shads, but no shads yet. Bonus. Not really, that means they're coming. This wall is just caked with them. It's white. I'm surprised I don't have any on my car. I checked. It's pretty clean. But they're all over the wall. A couple more weeks and the big sons of bitches will be here. And yep, that's when I vlog from the middle of the parking lot where it's dark, because I usually like to stick to the light. Well, it used to be darker in the middle of the parking lot when we had that big tree over there, but it got ripped down, son of a bitch. Well, according to my phone's weather program, tomorrow is going to be less than a millimeter of rain. That's what they're calling for. Hopefully later into the evening, because I'm thinking tomorrow I'm going to hit that lawn, get that all buzzed down. Probably do, well, we're going to do flyer day tomorrow because tomorrow's Friday. And what else did I want to get done? I think that's about it. I'm thinking on the weekend they're calling for thunder bangers on Saturday, thunder bangers on Sunday, freak's sakes. So we're probably just going to do our regularly scheduled program and try and clear out that garage, try and clean up some more shit in there, make some more room, and move things around so they're not in the way, and maybe get that barbecue out and maybe barbecue from inside the garage, well, with the door open obviously. And freak's sakes, freaking bird just buzzed me. But that's the battle plan. We're gonna do some barbecuing on the weekend, maybe buy a lump of steak or something from the friggin' local grocery store. Cook that up with some smashed mashed potatoes and gravy and some veg. That'd be friggin' awesome. And I think I got that printer at the house, so I'm gonna have to figure that out on the weekend too, and give that back to the parents so they can bring it back to my aunt and go from there. So it should be a good weekend, even though we're gonna have shit weather, probably power failures like crazy and all that bullshit. But they're calling for thunder bangers all day Saturday and Sunday. But that could change. The weather changes so much around here, you know, they're calling for thunder bangers, next thing you know it's sunny. And if it's sunny on Saturday, well, I want to do some stuff outside, and if it's not, I'm gonna hit the garage. So at least I sort of have a contingency plan in check, so that's alright. That's alright. One of these weekends I'll have to head out to the friggin' pits or something and break the Truggy out and beat the shit out of it, because I haven't done that in a long time, and I miss driving that stupid thing. So if anybody's with Social Blade or RPM Networks or TGS or Maker Studios themselves, you probably noticed the Maker Studios dashboard updated itself. Well, they did an update to it, and now it's even harder to follow than it was before, but it tells you the digits in the bottom. You just can't use their graph because the graph is just dicked. Friggin' thing looks like they took Apple's ideas and designed it around iOS. It's all like colorful and bullshit, and it looks really crappy. I'm not a big fan of that dashboard, let me tell you. That's why I use analytics for YouTube. Works better. But I do think that I'm probably going to be leaving Makers once my contract's up. I want to join Pug, T-Man's Carts, the Redneck Vlogs, and Logie. I want to join them on full screen because I like the way what they do for their partners a lot better. So I'm thinking about that's what I'm going to do in the fall, is leave Makers and go with full screen. That's the battle plan. I'm going to take Skaven Games and Vlogging Life, move them over there, and because they do a lot more for partners and they have a lot more features that I like. So that's the battle plan for sure. But any hoozle, people, I think my break is over. I'm not sure. I came out here at 10:30. I got like 5 minutes left. Time for another cigarette. So yeah, barbecue on the weekend, clean out the garage, thunderstorming, and clean out the lawn if we're not. We'll friggin' hammer down. I really want to test out that new guy I bought, that spreader thing. I was gonna go buy some lawn seed there on Saturday, and then just lay the seed to the lawn, and if it rains and piss pours, it's supposed to rain all next week, so friggin' Mother Nature sprinkler system, love that kind. I can use that to water the lawn, just lay the seed to her, and just keep laying the seed to her every time I know it's gonna rain in a batch. And let her come in nice and thick, and hope to Christ it actually works. You never know. It might. A lot of people said that laying grass seed like that super thick won't do anything for dandelions, but other people said yes it will. So maybe we'll try that out. We'll overseed the shit out of it, throw down like stupid amounts of seed, and hope for the best, and hope the birds don't eat them all, because they probably will, because birds are dicks. I know there's a product out there called Scott's Weed and Feed, and what it does is basically does like what Killex did, is it iron enriches the ground. It's more biodegradable and it's allowed in Ontario, but basically it gets rid of all the weeds and it feeds the lawn, so it fertilizes while it kills, and it makes your grass growing like super green. But holy shit, on a shingle, is that shit ever expensive, let me tell you. Son of a bitch. The other thing I was thinking about doing was buying some herbicide, like Roundup, and hosing down that patch I showed you earlier today. That big patch of dandelions, killing that whole friggin' batch off, and then replacing it with something else, like grass seed. Just grass seeding the shit out of it, and then maybe that'll make the lawn grow back. I don't know. I'm not really good at lawn care, people. I'm a computer programmer, not a lawn care guy, but it's pretty dick that the dandelions grew in that exact pattern. Never seen that before, but what can you do, right? And yeah, starting next Friday, I work 2 till 10 on Friday, and then the following week I work 2 to 10 from Tuesday to Friday. I'm off Monday, but Tuesday to Friday I work 2 to 10, so that's pretty shit, but you know, whatevs. At least I get off 2 hours earlier than normal, so that's kind of a bonus. Not a big deal. Man, I don't know if you guys can hear that guy's stereo. He's like over there-ish in the apartment complexes, and it's just distorting like a son of a bitch. Sounds like ass, but whatevs. Anyway, now I know my break is over, so I'm gonna head her back inside, carry on with this shift, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace the frig out.
Transformers ain't more than meets the eyes.
Alrighty people, it's friggin' midnight. It's time to get the cock out of here and head her home. So let's pitter patter and have at her and get her asses in gear. Skidity douche. I'm home. Got an Oreo with me. Gotta let him out for a piss. And yup. That printer's, oh, this is a nice printer. It's got wireless print. I think this is the same freaking printer that Adrian bought. He did a video on this one, I think. Oh, I kind of like this. It's got air printer, full HD movie print. Oh, you're done? Come on in. Oh, that's a nice friggin' printer. Auto duplex print, whatever that means. Gonna have to take a look at this thing for sure. Frig sakes, I guess when Dad came over and dropped off the printer, he walked around my house and stuff because the bathroom light was off, and this friggin' light here doesn't always want to turn on after it's been off, so what you gotta do is you gotta take off the friggin' mesh screen there, and all you gotta do is just run your hand, well, oh, good one, Adam. All I gotta do is run my hand along the top bulb. That's kind of cool. Top one's white, bottom one's orange. But running across the top bulb, and the top one's changing colors too. Neat. Running across the top bulb, and it'll turn them both on. But I'm thinking about replacing those fluorescents with something else because they're old and the ballast is dying. So I was thinking about replacing it with something that's not shitty. Like honestly, this kitchen's pretty dark right now, and even with the fluorescent light on, okay, it throws a decent amount of light, but I'd like to maybe delete this and run like, or maybe even leave this in, but run like a track lighting somewhere up here so I could really light up this kitchen during like when I'm doing my cooking with the hobo videos and stuff, eh? And get rid of this piece of shit ugly ass friggin' 1920 chandelier and put a better hanging light there that throws more light than this stained glass pile of shit. Friggin' put this up on Kijiji or something and dump it because it's fucking hideous. But yeah, back to that printer. I really had to rock a piss, so. What can this thing do? What can this thing do? Comes with a bunch of cartridges. So it's the printer, power cord, ink cartridges, a disc, freaking manual. Oh, and it actually comes with a cable. Ooh! I am 100% sure that this is the same print. I'm gonna have to go look on Adrian's channel and see. But I am 1000% sure this is the exact same freaking printer that he did an unboxing of, but it doesn't say anywhere if it can be used as a photocopier. It's got on the back. Same shit in French though. Oh no, it's in English. I might want one of these, just saying, even though I don't print that often. Alright, well, what do we got here? Wi-Fi certified, a bunch of other shit. Okay, I'm gonna go hook this up to my laptop and see what I can do with it. Well, after doing what any good consumer of a product does and reading the manual, I discovered that this thing here is freaking easy to use. Okay, so first you turn it on, which it's already on, you can tell the Wi-Fi's on and everything. Then you pick your paper type by pressing this button here. Well, right now it's gonna cycle through, right? So you pick your paper type, so 8.5 by 11. I can't do a test with it because I don't have any paper, because I actually don't own a printer, so I never bought any paper. Up here you can pick how many copies you want to make, I guess. I don't know. Didn't really care about that. And then down here you hit start this one or start color, and it'll automatically start printing. It'll scan up on here on the flatbed and start puking out your copies down here. That's what the manual said. However, I don't have any paper, so I'm either A, gonna have to go out and buy paper, or B, get some paper from somebody. Hey Dad, I need paper. And then once I get some paper, I can really test it out, make sure it freaking works, and then show Dad how to do it. But all they really had to do was RTFM, and they would have known. This, my friends, is why they give you manuals with stuff. You read them, you figure them out. Now, a lot of you already said that you do that because you want to know what features your devices have when you buy them and what extra features they don't mention, so that way there you can get the maximum shit out of your guy and know what you're dealing with, and it's freaking awesome. But while I was digging around looking for paper, I found something really freaking old. I found this. Probably saying, what the frig is that, Adam? Does that metal rod help you out any? That's right, people. It's a micro remote controlled tank, but there's a problem with it. So once you take the lid off of it, you just take the tank off, take the antenna guy out, take off this shroud cover, easier with two hands, and that unveils this. This is the charging platform that charges said tank, and this is the remote. To get the remote out, you flip it over, put your finger in here, and push. And break everything. And then you flip it back over, and here'd be your remote. Now, pretty much forward, backwards, left, right. Turn it on. I already put batteries in it. It'll actually, you can see the LED light there, maybe. And now you can. So it has power. You screw your antenna into the top there. And then you take Sir Tank's slot here, and you stab him onto the platform. Right onto the platforms, there's a little connector rod underneath. And I'm not sure what the hell that is. Oh, that was the original mount, how they had it plastic stuck to the guy. This is 49 megahertz, people. Made in China. That's why it doesn't work anymore. But basically you take it and you line it up to the freaking charging base, which is easier when you have two hands and you can do more stuff and click it in place. Then when you press this button here, that LED should turn on, but it doesn't turn on because the battery on the tank is not taking a charge. But if I were to press forward right now, see, it would go. But the tank's battery is not taking that much of a charge. I've already had it out and I let it sit there for 10 minutes taking a charge, and the most I got out of it was this. That's it. After letting it sit there for 10 minutes. The batteries are fresh that are in there. They're brand new. This thing it's so old that the battery just can't hold the charge anymore. It's completely kibosh. And Oreo's totally pissed because you can see the reflection off my camera light and he wants to freaking fight it. I bought this thing a long freaking time ago. I used it at work. Bruce had one, I think, or somebody else at work had one. We used to roll them across the carpet and play crash up derbies and stuff because we have that low pile carpet in the office. And it worked great, but now it's just an ornament because it's shot. So basically I'm at a standstill with that printer, but I do believe I'm right with how it works because I read the manual and that's what it said. So for the time being, I'm just going to leave it all in the corner here and wait for paper. And when I get paper, I'll give her a go. I don't have any paper. I don't have a printer, so why the hell would I have blank paper, right? But if that printer was really cheap, and I don't think she paid too much for it, you know. Does it have SD card slots on it? I don't see any. It's got nothing on the top here. I'm going to turn it off to, no, turn off. There we go. Like everything else, pressing hold the power turns it off. But she didn't pay too much for it. I may have to go to Walmart and pick one up myself for my own use because it's always nice to have a printer around, even though I don't print that often. But a photocopier is nice, even though I don't really photocopy that often. But you know what I mean, like it's nice to have that shit and to be able to print things and stuff and junk. But anyway, people, I'm going to shut the vlog down here and call her quits for tonight. So if you like today's video, you know what to do. Go ahead and hit the like button. Let me know you like the video and I like that. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the comments section below. And until next time, people, keep on vlogging.